Both teams are 13-0. Both teams are ranked number 1 in their class. D1 for Meridian, D2 for Sacred Heart. This one should be just a ton of fun. The Beatrice Municipal Auditorium has been a great host, as they are every single year, and we are ready to cap off 2 days for us, 5 days for everybody else here at the auditorium. We've got the national anthem right now.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com. It's time for the introductions of the players and coaches in tonight's A championship game.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the City Auditorium here in Beatrice, Nebraska for the 2018 MUDECAS basketball tournament. Tonight's game features the girls' A-Division Championship, featuring the visitors tonight, the Lady Mustangs of Meridian High, taking on the home team, the Lady Irish of Fall City's Sacred Hearts. And now, let's meet the non-starters first for the visitors, the Meridian Lady Mustangs. A sophomore, number 10, Josie Sabatka. A senior, number 13, Adeline Beals. A junior, number 24, Sophia Ellis. A junior, number 25, Sarah Most. A freshman, number 30, Delaney Homolka. A junior, number 32, Andy Court. A junior, number 34, Jackie Dimas. And now, let's meet the non-starters for the home team this evening, the Lady Irish of Fall City Sacred Heart. A sophomore, number 3, Claire Niemeyer. A junior, number 12, Elizabeth Keithley. A sophomore, number 22, Lexi McCordy. A junior, number 25, Teresa Moorhead. A freshman, number 32, Danielle Bibas. And a junior, number 42, Randy Witt. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for the Mustangs of Meridian. A 5'6" senior, number 11, Haley Schaefer. A 5'10" sophomore, number 12, Allie Gribble. A 5'4" senior, number 14, Bree.
Well, this is a great way to start things off for the championship round of the A Division. Sacred Heart is undefeated at 13-0, the D2 #1 team in the state. And Meridian is 13-0, the D1 #1 team in the state. They can't both come out of here with a win tonight. Somebody's taking home a gold medal. Somebody's going to have to try for another gold medal at another time. Win last night for Meridian over Exeter Milligan, 46-37. Exeter Milligan wins over BDS in the third place game earlier today. And Meridian Fall City Sacred Heart knocked off BDS in overtime last night. Meridian in the black, Sacred Heart in the white, and we are underway here in the first quarter. Zone look to start things up for Meridian, which will give up some height down in the post. Hallie Pribble goes 5'11", but it gets pretty short after that for the girls in the black jerseys. A couple of 5'10" and 5'11" post players, though, for Sacred Heart. The first shot is missed along the far baseline by Ebel, and Hallie Pribble pulls down the rebound for Meridian. For the Mustangs, of course, 2 years in a row, the runners-up in Class D1 at state volleyball. Plenty of those girls also here on the basketball squad, including Erin Johnson, point guard in basketball, setter in volleyball. She kind of does a little bit of everything for the Meridian Mustangs. This is Pribble going to work on the defense of Sarah Wertenberger and draws a foul in the lane. I think that's going to be an important fact of this game tonight. Can Meridian find a way to be aggressive in the lane and draw some fouls? They actually get Lauren Parrish for the foul, her first, team's first, and Hallie Pribble at the free throw line for Meridian. Mustangs have played one overtime game this year. It was a 54-50 win over Cross County. That was a home game. Plenty of home games, actually, so far in the season for Meridian. So playing away from home, sometimes that's good. Sometimes it's not so good for some teams. But Meridian has handled, obviously, everything well, being undefeated. In the corner, drive by Abby Figner. Got to the rim and puts it in. We're all squared up at 2 apiece, a minute 15 into this first period. This, the 34th edition of the MUDECAS basketball tournament for the girls, the 89th edition for the guys. Erin Johnson's three in the corner will not fall. The defensive rebound for Mackenzie Witt. And here come the Irish of Fall City Sacred Heart. Almost pinned that against her hip for a moment, but no whistle from the gentleman in the striped shirts. And then drives and flings a shot at the hoop, and we'll get a couple of free throws. After the foul on JC Sabatka. Her first, team's first, and 2 free throws for Mackenzie Witt. Luke Santo, the head coach of the Sacred Heart Irish, and Robert Schropfer, the head coach of the Meridian Mustangs. 1 for 2 for Witt there. Sacred Heart does have the lead this possession. Erin Johnson gets things set up for Meridian. Mustangs will not go very deep to the bench. Basically a 6-player rotation as Johnson's shot left it just short, and the defensive rebound for Aaron Ebel. It will be interesting to see how deep Sacred Heart will go to the bench as this game wears on. Again, they played an overtime game last night against BDS. Game that BDS was this close to winning in regulation. But 2 good looks at the hoop in the last 3 seconds would not fall down. And then Sacred Heart scored first and kind of owned the overtime period. Along the baseline, the shot by Figner is no good. Erin Johnson clears the defensive rebound. 1 on 5, going to take it herself. And she draws a foul for 2 free throws. Sarah Wertenberger picks up her first personal foul, the second team foul. So both fouls on Sacred Heart have been shooting fouls for Meridian. Obviously a good sign if you're a Mustang so far. The second good as well. little full court press. This they did this last night with Exeter Milligan, and showing off the speed on the recovery there was Aaron Johnson. Exeter Milligan didn't necessarily have trouble with the full court press. It didn't cause them turnovers or anything and lead to easy points for Meridian, but it made the Timberwolves work just a little bit harder. And that might be the point of that press tonight, again, for Meridian. Couldn't quite hang on to that rebound there as Schaefer had it skip off her hands out of bounds. And from the backside, though, Pribble steps in and picks off the pass. First turnover for Sacred Heart. Johnson quickly into the front court. Now Pribble from the high post throws it right between Aaron's legs and out of bounds, and a turnover right back to the Irish. "16 schools make up the MUDECAS group. There's volleyball tournaments, track meets, music contests. Obviously, this basketball tournament is a big part of what the group does. The Kiwanis Club in Beatrice helps put on this basketball tournament. And, of course, the City Auditorium, Southeast Community College, also a site. And this year with the snow, Tri-County High School is a host for some games today, some consolation games that occurred earlier today. Because of the snow, not everything could be played here in Beatrice, as a dribble drive for Erin Ebel will result in a couple of free throws for her as well.
Personal foul call number 15, Erin Johnson, her first personal
Erin
foul.
Johnson picks up her first, second team foul, and so just like Meridian, the two fouls, or just like Sacred Heart on Meridian, the two fouls have resulted in free throws for Sacred Heart. Elizabeth Keithley and Randy Witt into the game for Sacred Heart. And really the one sub, Josie Sabatka, into the game for Meridian. 5-4 is our score. Sacred Heart with the lead, Meridian with a basketball. That's Johnson on the right wing. And it's not just height in the starting lineup, it's height and size coming off the bench. As a shot along the baseline is good by Haley Schaefer. It's the first field goal of the game for Meridian. And again, this little half-court trap broken. And the other thing you got to be careful if you're Sacred Heart, how aggressive do you get trying to break a trap that doesn't necessarily want to turn you over, as a nice three in the corner by Randy Witt. You know, sometimes you can get a little over anxious and try to break it and get a layup, and it's not really a press that wants to give you that, as Aaron Johnson sneaks in and for no bigger than she is, finishes in the lane, and we're squared up at 8. Backside pass and along the baseline, the 10-footer no good by Randy Witt, off of the Irish. Last touched by Lauren Parrish. Sacred Heart boys will be in the championship coming up after this game as they take on the Freeman Falcons. Good look at the Sacred Heart bench and Coach Luke Santo there. Hallie Pribble left open and knocks down the three. I don't think that's necessarily a big part of Hallie's repertoire, but boy, it worked out well there. Good press break, and there, again, how aggressive do you want to get? It worked just fine there for Elizabeth Keithley. 5 different girls have already scored for Sacred Heart in this ball game. They trail by 1 at 11-10. 2.5 minutes to go in the opening period. This is Josie Sabatka. Big sister JC is a senior. Josie is a sophomore this season. There's JC with a basketball. And now Pribble up top. Sabatka lines a three from the top of the key and knocks it down. JC Sabatka splashes one home for the Mustangs in a 4-point lead. Just under 2 minutes to go, first period. And now some pressure in the backcourt, but a foul on a reach for Josie. Yes, there's JC and there's Josie. Kind of like the outlaw, Josie Wales. Abby Figner along with Sarah Wurtenberger back into the game for Sacred Heart. Wurtenberger tried to post up on the backside of that zone, couldn't get it that time. Now a dribble drive and a foul called, as a good job by Abby Figner to draw some contact. And Haley Schaefer with her first, team's fourth. Figner will shoot 2. Three points in the game for Abby. We'll make it 4 points. So a 2-point contest. Meridian with a couple of 3-pointers. Really the difference so far in this one is Pribble has it partially blocked by Wurtenberger, and then Schaefer ties up Wurtenberger on the rebound. It will stay with Meridian. Johnson throws it in to Sabatka, and Aaron gets it back. A zone look for Sacred Heart coming out of the inbounds play. Get it to the high post for Schaefer. Now J.C. Sabatka on the wing. Aaron Johnson to Pribble at the high post. Johnson gets it back, lost it though through the middle of the lane, and a steal coming out of there for Mackenzie Witt. Witt tries to get a pass, but a foul first on Sabatka. 2 turnovers for Meridian in the contest. Brianna Miller comes back in for Meridian. Aaron Ebel back in, and Lauren Parrish both back in for Sacred Hearts. Irish down 2 with 45 seconds to go here in the first half. Back into the corner. That's a 3, and it's long, an air ball that time by Randy Witt. And here come the Mustangs. Aaron Johnson wants to push it ahead. Drive, Aaron gets it back in rhythm and knocks it down for 3. Aaron Johnson with 7 here in the first quarter and a 5-point Mustang lead. Officially 20 seconds to go. Our game clock just a little bit behind the official score clock, says 15, 14, 13 seconds right now. I'll try to call that out so you got a little better idea. 10, 9, 8. Witt in the corner. 6, 5, 4. Turnaround for Parrish. 3, 2, 1. And that's how we'll end the first half of play. Meridian 14, Sacred Heart 12 at the end of 1 in the MUDECAS basketball tournament. This is the A Division championship game.
Thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
We figured it was going to be a good game. That's a nice first quarter to start with. Meridian 14, Sacred Heart 12 in a battle of unbeatens for the MUDECAS championship. Sacred Heart will have the first possession. Hallie Pribble with 5. Aaron Johnson with 7 for the Mustangs in that first quarter. For Sacred Heart, 5 different girls score. Abby Figner leads the way with 4 points. So very, very balanced for Sacred Heart, exactly the way they like it for Coach Luke Santo. Want to get it on the block for Wurtenberger, and Sarah draws a foul. She was held scoreless in the first quarter, but will get a chance at some free throws early on here in the second. By the way, that is the 6th team foul on Meridian and the second personal foul on Haley Schaefer. So free throws is as aggressive as Sacred Heart can be in the post. Free throws are going to be, and obviously a bonus situation already now in the second quarter, are going to be very paramount to see how Meridian, who again does not go very deep to the bench, how they play it defensively down in the paint, as Wurtenberger goes 2 for 2, her first points of the game. So 6 different Irish have scored. Only 7 have played. Lauren Parrish, the only one to play and not score yet. We're all squared up at 14 apiece. So with the dead ball rebound, it does let Meridian set up their full court press. Into the middle, Wurtenberger, ooh, big step there, but kept that plant foot just barely stuck to the ground. On the left side, that's good, and Sacred Heart with the lead. The basket by Lauren Parrish, and there, all 7 Irish that have played in the game have now scored. That's not right. It should be 16-14, Sacred Heart on top. Might need some help over there. There we go. There we got it. The scoreboard here in the gym is not correct. Unless there was a 3 from Meridian in this quarter I've missed already, which I don't think I did. Aaron Johnson, right? They haven't made a 3. Well, Aaron tried to give him that 3 there, but missed it short. Parrish grabs that rebound. Here comes a drive coast to coast, and bailing out with a foul again goes Mackenzie Witt. Haley Schaefer just picked up her 3rd personal foul and the 7th team foul. So Sacred Heart doing exactly what they want, and that's get to the rim and draw some fouls. And things about to get real interesting for Robert Schropfer and the Meridian Mustangs. They are going to bring in Adeline Beals, who did not play a whole lot in that game last night against Exeter Milligan. So she comes in as Schaefer with the 3 fouls goes to the bench. So a 5-0 start in this quarter for Sacred Hearts to go from down 2 to up 3 right now. Pribble with it, gets it to Johnson. Some man-to-man defense for Sacred Heart, and Aaron Johnson didn't quite have the feet settled when she came to a stop. Shuffled and turned it over. Just the 3rd turnover of the game for Meridian. And Witt somehow keeps her dribble alive. Gets it into the front court for Ebel. Now Aaron along the baseline. Down low on the block. The shot, though, will not fall for Randy Witt. And a defensive rebound for Hallie Pribble. Here come the Mustangs. Johnson quickly to the other end. Off the glass, no. And the rebound for Ebel. Here come the Irish, leading by 3. And that's going to be a steal and thrown right back, though. Turnover each way. No harm, no nothing there. Keithley on the block. Gets it in, back out. Now Witt in the corner. Good rotations here so far for Meridian. Trying to keep it out of Keithley's hands. And that is Witt with the shot. No, and a rebound and a foul will send Parrish to the line. Hallie Pribble just picked up her first personal. 8th team foul on Meridian, just 2 on Sacred Heart so far. Remember, those came fairly early back in the first quarter. Randy Witt checks in as Mackenzie Witt goes to the bench for the Irish. And 0 for 2 there, but an offensive rebound for a moment for Keithley, and then she's whistled for the travel. So by my count, 3rd turnover. It's a pop socket. It's amazing. You know you want one. You got to pull it all the way out, though. So nobody's like hollering about the scoreboard. So did I completely miss a 3-pointer by Meridian? They had 14 at the end of the first quarter, right? 10. Oh, maybe they had 17 at the end of the first quarter. Maybe they had the score wrong at the end of the first. Yeah, I add up my individuals now, and it was 17. So we are tied at 17. My mistake. My math, terrible apparently. I missed a 3. Was it in the first quarter or second quarter, Aaron? Yeah, well, obviously I missed a 3 because nobody was hollering at me. I just didn't add it right, and I don't think the scoreboard had it right for a while there at the end of the first quarter apparently. So the first quarter score was apparently Meridian 17 and Sacred Heart 12. So still though, a 5-0 start for the Irish, and 4.5 minutes into the second quarter, no points for Meridian. Pribble drives, leaves it for Johnson. Aaron tries to get it onto the block, and turnover going to be called on Adeline Beals. Josie Sabatka into the game now. Want to lob down low. That is Wurtenberger turning, and Pribble got a hand on that shot, and Beals hits the deck. Here comes Josie Sabatka all the way, missed it though. Josie got it back, gets it out to Pribble, long 2. That will not fall, and the defensive rebound for Abby Figner. Some good looks there for Meridian that would not fall. But boy, how about a team that scored 17 in the first quarter? Can't throw it in the ocean right now. My, how the quarters do change. Especially when I spend half of them wondering what 3-pointer I missed. And I didn't. I had it right written down. I just hadn't added it yet, apparently. Mackenzie Witt got a breather. She is back in for Sacred Heart to replace Abby Figner. A little over 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half. We're all square at 17. Onto the block, Wurtenberger. Missed it though. Aaron Johnson was the last to touch it on the way out of bounds. Sacred Heart to toss it in. Against the 3-2 zone. Looking down in the post and stepping out of bounds with it was Elizabeth Keithley. 4th turnover of the game for Sacred Heart. And Brianna Miller coming back in for the Meridian Mustangs. Still no points in the quarter for Meridian. Again, I had the individual total right. I didn't add it up for the team correctly. They led 17-12 at the end of the first period. In fact, nobody scored in the last 2 minutes. High post for Pribble, going to work on Keithley. Kicks it out. That's a 3 by Miller. And the defensive rebound for Sarah Wurtenberger. Underneath, that one blocked out of bounds. Good defense there by Josie Sabatka to get a hand on that one. Lauren Parrish comes back in for Elizabeth Keithley. Against this zone again for Meridian. Mustangs been in this zone all night. There's a 3 by Witt. Actually, that might have been a 2. Wurtenberger with a rebound, and Sarah missed that. Then Pribble fighting. She grabs a rebound and is fouled. It will be just the 3rd foul on Sacred Heart. Erin Ebel with her first. Like we said, the 3rd on the team. Remember, the first 2 fouls for Sacred Heart came in the first 2 minutes of the first quarter. So that's a long time without picking up any fouls as Johnson drives and kicks it out. On the wing, Miller tracks one down. Now Pribble for a 3 again. No, that one's short, and the defensive rebound from Mackenzie Witt. Here come the Irish up the far sideline. Parrish at the high post. Up top, Aaron Johnson with a tip and a steal. Aaron, one-on-one, will shoot 2 free throws. Well, Mackenzie Witt, she is quick to get down there. Aaron Johnson's pretty quick too, and Aaron just a split second faster to draw the block on Witt. Mackenzie's first, team's 4th, 2 shots for Johnson. Aaron had 7 points in that first quarter. And still a goose egg on the board for Meridian. They scored 17 points in the first 8 minutes, and they have scored nothing in the last 7. Just how, you can't be any more different than that. I mean, I guess the best thing, they've only given up 5. They've only given up 1 basket in this second quarter. Now it looks like Sacred Heart's like, well, okay, maybe we'll just hang on to this and take 1 shot at the end of the half and scratch our heads over what we're going to try to do in the second half. This is Ebel with her dribble on the near side. Aaron Johnson says, nope, I'm stealing that thing. She wants to go coast to coast and is fouled on the way up. She'll get 2 more free throws. Like a thief in the night. And that's 2 quick ones on Mackenzie Witt. Erin is beside herself. She has no idea what's happening right now. Neither do I, if it's any consolation to you, Erin. A point. We have a point. We have a point for the first time in like 6 minutes of this quarter. Now 7 seconds left. This is Ebel with it. 2 seconds. 1. Ebel's runner, no good. And at the half, Meridian has the lead by 1. That's all they scored in the second quarter, 18-17. And everyone in this auditorium is going, what did we just see? This is number 1 against number 1, right? These are 2 undefeated teams. Teams combined 26-0. Survived everything thrown at them so far. We just saw a 5-1 quarter is what we just saw. Come back for some halftime stats after this on StriveSports.com's coverage of the MUDECAS basketball tournament.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Truck Center Companies, keeping America's truck industry on the road.
I feel that Truck Center Companies focuses on your strengths and then puts you in a role so you can utilize those strengths.
Absolutely, your career can grow here. I came on and I started here as a service advisor, and I've been promoted to service manager. I hire diesel techs all the time, and I hire them straight out of school. I hire them with opportunities. I hire them with career growth and development. You can start at the bottom and you can be a foreman. That's just how we grow here at Truck Center Companies.
I've been with the company for about 15 years, and one of the great things about working here is that our philosophy has always been, if it's right for the customer, it's right for us. And so for employees that want to come work for us, they know that when they come here, they have the latitude to do what they need to do, what's right. And work hard, you're going to go somewhere with us.
Truck Center Companies get you where you want to be. It's going to utilize your strengths and help you succeed.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Send me live. Halftime here from one of the most unique first halves I have ever seen. I've been covering high school sports for 14 seasons now. Played it myself for 4 years. Watched a lot of basketball games. I don't know that I've ever seen a game that was 17-12 in the first quarter. Had some nice rhythm, had really nice offense. And then without seemingly, I didn't see a huge jump in defensive effort and pressure on both sides. I didn't see that. The second quarter was 5-1. And the one for Meridian came with, 15 seconds, 7 seconds left in the second quarter. It was just an astronomical change in the way everything was being played. I probably can't even explain it right, but if you were watching the first half, you know what I'm talking about. In any effect, my son just earned $2 at Arby's somehow. That's a fun text to get. Oh, drop a nickel, get it on the plate? Okay. I haven't. Win something. Well, that's my boy. That's my boy. Anyway, back to this game. So 18-17. Individual scoring first half. Sacred Heart, very, very balanced. All 7 girls that have played for Sacred Heart have scored. 4 for Abby Figner, 3 for Randy Witt, 2 for Elizabeth Keithley, Lauren Parrish, Sarah Wertenberger, Erin Ebel, and Mackenzie Witt. For Meridian, 8 points for Erin Johnson, 5 for Hallie Pribble, 3 for J.C. Sabatka, and 2 for Haley Schaefer. This is the 34th year for the girls to participate in the MUDECAS basketball tournament. And we have got 16 more minutes to decide the A-Division champions for this year. Man-to-man defense now for Sacred Heart. Played a lot of zone they did in the first half. Especially in that second quarter, kind of slowed things down for Meridian. Erin Johnson with it at the top. Looks like both teams starting the same way they did in the game. For Meridian, Haley Schaefer, Hallie Pribble, Brianna Miller, Erin Johnson, J.C. Sabatka. As Erin Johnson goes baseline and draws a blocking foul, she'll get a couple of free throws. For Sacred Heart, Mackenzie Witt, Erin Ebel, Sarah Wertenberger, Lauren Parrish, and Abby Figner. And that right away is the 3rd personal foul on Mackenzie Witt. 2 shots for Erin Johnson, and Erin almost laughing at herself right now. She is very uncharacteristically 3 of 7 at the free throw line. She made her first 2 back in the first quarter, and then she missed 3 in a row in the late stages of the second quarter before finally hitting 1, and now she's 1 of her last 6 overall for the game. How's our charge on that, by the way? Is it okay? So still a 1-point game. First possession for Sacred Heart of the second half. I take it back. Randy Witt is in the starting lineup as Randy puts it up on the baseline and swishes one home. So Lauren Parrish, no, Lauren's out there. Figner's out there. It is Ebel that is, no, Ebel's in the starting lineup. Mackenzie Witt. Oh, that's it. Mackenzie just came out with the 3 fouls. That's what it was. Long 2, they're no good. Figner the rebound. Stuck on the sideline was Randy Witt there for a moment. Now gets it back. Goes to Parrish on the block. Steps through a double team. Puts it up. No. Foul on the rebound is going to be on Parrish. That'll be the second on Lauren.
Personal foul, caller number 34, Lauren Parrish, her second personal foul, second team foul.
Good shot, Aaron. Good work down there. So 19-18, our score Remember, it was 17-12 in favor of Meridian at the end of the first quarter. So I guess a 7-1 run right now for Sacred Heart, right? How about a spot up three for Schaefer, no good, but an offensive rebound for Miller. Last touch by Sacred Heart, it'll stay with the Mustangs. Johnson will set things up offensively for the Mustangs. Hands it off for Pribble. Alley, a 5'10 sophomore, hands it off for Miller. Onto the block. The shot maybe partially blocked there as Schaefer put it up. Here come the Irish, leading by 1. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Witt out for the three. That one's short, but an offensive rebound. That one put up and in by Aaron Ebel. Ebel's got 4 points. A drive and a shot by Johnson, a little out of control there. And a chance for Sacred Heart to extend this 3-point lead. Their largest lead of the game, a long two by Figner, is short. Aaron Johnson, the rebound, wants to outlet it to Sabatka, and then over and back. Go JC. 6 turnovers for the Mustangs. Take a look there at Robert Schropfer, the head coach for Meridian, and a 30-second timeout he was calling. While we got it on this shot, if we can hold steady for just a second, top left of your screen, you see the tie-dye shirt. The spot still reserved for Jane White, who was a longtime member and writer at the Beatrice Daily Sun, and one of the types of people that just made an event like the MUDECAS tournament go. Sure, it takes plenty of people to actually put it on, but Jane was the type of person to be able to put a special touch on the proceedings of the tournament for a lot of different people. There's a good reason that the all tournament teams are named now the Jane White Memorial Tournament teams, and we will always remember Jane's colorful tie-dye shirts at the MUDECAS tournament each year. 21-18, Sacred Heart with the lead in the basketball. 4:40 to go, third quarter. Witt along the baseline. Up for Figner, guarded by Aaron Johnson. Now Parrish. Back to Witt in the corner for a three. That's short. Parrish an offensive rebound. Figner onto the baseline. Keithley, a little runner. And Elizabeth has her second basket of the game. 4 points for her. And it's 23-18, a 6-0 start in this third quarter for Fall City Sacred Heart. Aaron Johnson trying to get the Mustangs on the roll that they were on in the first quarter. Dribble drive, that one will go for J.C. Sabatka. First field goal since the first quarter for Meridian. That's why they haven't been playing the full court press, haven't had a chance to. It forces a turnover for the first time all night, though. 7 turnovers for the Irish. Their lead is 3. 3:40 to go. In the third, Pribble, guarded by Keithley. Hallie hands it off to Brianna Miller. Into the lane, she got tied up, and a jump ball going to go to Sacred Heart. Now we've got 7 turnovers each way in the ball game. Boys championship game coming up next. It's Sacred Heart and Freeman doing battle for the A Division championship. Witt, that's a long two. It spins out. Aaron Johnson, the defensive rebound. Aaron goes cross court. Pribble puts it up. Spins out. And the rebound for Figner. Foul before the shot.
Personal foul call number 14.
Brianna Miller just picked up foul number 1. Team foul number 1 of the half. Sarah Wurtenberger checking in for Sacred Heart. Working against the zone on the inbounds of Meridian. Now back into the corner. Witt thought about the three. Sabatka got there quick. Now Figner along the baseline. Back to Abby on the wing. I've been pretty impressed with the way that Meridian has played this zone look against Sacred Heart. Except for Hallie Pribble, Meridian gives up quite a few inches. And of course, as soon as I say that, there's Wertenberger with a nice move in the post. But really, they give up quite a few inches along the bottom of that 3-2 outside of Hallie Pribble. And they've done a pretty nice job limiting touches and shots as Sabatka fires from way long range and misses. And Wertenberger snatches the rebound. So a 5-point Irish lead. Figner's got it on the wing. Now Wertenberger, a turn in the lane. And the defensive rebound for Haley Schaefer. It's been Haley, actually. It's been on the bottom of that 3-2 zone look quite a bit. Sabatka for three. Wertenberger clears the board. 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Witt into the corner, pops open, long two, it's good. And Sacred Heart's going to get to keep the basketball. A foul after the shot, so the basket is good. No free throws, but Sacred Heart will inbound. And that foul is on J.C. Sabatka, her third, team second. And again, this isn't a technical or anything. It's just a foul after the shot. And so it gives it to Sacred Heart. So a big opportunity here for the Irish, leading by 7. 7. It's been a long 2 days. And we still got a guys game to go. Wertenberger working hard in the post and draws a foul on the Mustangs. Josie Sabatka picks up her second, team's third. 2 shots for Wertenberger. Five points for Sarah in the ball game, and again, all 7 Irish that have played have scored so far. And now Robert Schropfer of Meridian going to take a full timeout, and we will as well. 28-20, and a second free throw on the way for Sacred Heart when we come back.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
So a second free throw attempt on the way from Sarah Wertenberger, who's got 5 points so far in the contest. Sacred Heart had trailed 17-12 at the end of the first quarter, and then they surrendered 1 point in the second quarter. They only scored 5 themselves, so they were down 1 at the start of this period, but so far, 12-2 in the period. Down low, Pribble fouled on the way up, and Hallie will get a couple of free throws for her effort. Abby Figner's first personal foul and the third team foul. Pribble hasn't missed from the line yet tonight, has 6 points. Now she's missed, and going after the rebound, knocks it free. Aaron Johnson puts up a 3 that will not fall, and Figner grabs the rebound for Sacred Heart. In the corner, well, Abby was left alone, thought about the shot, didn't take it. Now gets it back. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter, an 8-point Sacred Heart lead, and Randy Witt swishes home along too. Well, she hit a 3 in the first quarter. She's got 6 more points in this quarter. 9 for the game. Randy Witt has been the star as Sacred Heart is going for their 4th straight MUDECAS championship, and they've taken it away on defense. The 8th turnover for Meridian in the contest. Coach Schropfer wants his Mustangs to get up on defense, not just let Sacred Heart stand around with it. With 5 to go, down the lane, Wartenberger got it to go. And that feels like a dagger right now. A 12-point Sacred Heart lead as they will head to the fourth quarter. They have surrendered a grand total of 4 points in the last 2 quarters. We'll come back for the final 8 minutes from the MUDECAS tournament on Strive Sports.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
(33-21) our score. 16-3 in that quarter for Sacred Heart. In fact, the last 2 quarters for Sacred Heart, it's been 21-4. You know, I saw them pitch a shutout against Exeter Milligan last year in the D2 semifinals. Exeter Milligan had to play catch-up for the rest of the game, expended a lot of energy in the next 2.5 quarters and didn't have enough at the end to complete a comeback. This is a 12-point game as we start this fourth quarter. And that last basket for the Irish, boy, it feels like it's a mountain right now in front of the Meridian Mustangs. 30-second timeout taken here, trying to get the ball in. We mentioned Sacred Heart. They've won 3 straight of these. In fact, they've won 4 of the last 6. 4 of the last 5, I should say. Bruning Davenport won it back in 2014. Sacred Heart also a winner back in 2010. Exeter Milligan had won 3 straight in 04, 5, and 6. Sacred Heart was a winner in 7 and 8 and 10 and 13 and 15, 16, 17. So what I'm trying to say is Sacred Heart's been really good in this tournament. Really, well, they've been really good in all the tournaments, right? Yeah, you think? This is Figner with her dribble, gets across the timeline, hands it off to Mackenzie Witt. Mackenzie sat for almost the entire third quarter when she picked up her 3rd foul. They want the high-low lob. There's Wartenberger, and Sarah finishes. First player in double figures with 10 for either squad. And again, the offense for Meridian scored 17 in the first quarter. They've scored 4 in the last 2 quarters. Miller, a backdoor cut. Her shot can't fall, though. Witt grabs the rebound. And a tip and a steal. Here comes Aaron Johnson with the right hand, and finally a basket for Aaron. Hasn't hit a field goal, has Johnson, since the first quarter when she hit a three. In transition, Parrish, nope, wave it off. She traveled first. 9 turnovers for the Irish in the game, but still they lead by 12. Josie Sabatka into the game. Aaron Johnson going to get a breather quick for the Mustangs, as she slumps into her chair next to Coach Robert Schroeffer like, I just need a minute. Maybe a foot rub. And a foul as Sabatka will go to the foul line. Because really, who couldn't use a foot rub right now? I'd take a foot rub. Austin would take a foot rub. The foul on Erin Ebel is her second, team's fourth. So 4 fouls whistled on Sacred Heart, 3 on Meridian here in this second half. Boy, the free throws have been the biggest issue of the night. Let's see, 6 of 14 at the line is Meridian. I mean, that's a chunk of points when you're down 12. You probably wouldn't be down 12 if your percentage was up where you'd like it to be. Good defense out front here by Brianna Miller. Poked it free, couldn't quite secure the steal though. Sacred Heart working now against a man-to-man defense. Parrish, top of the key. Looking for Figner, but a foul first on Pribble. Excuse me, they were looking for Parrish, but a foul on Pribble. It's the second on Pribble and the fourth on Meridian. And popping open was Witt, but she can't finish at the rim. Pribble snatches the rebound, had it poked free, got it back. Now here comes Sabatka to Miller, her three. She's fouled. It's 3 shots for Brianna Miller.
Personal foul called on number 8.
Pretty sure that was on 10, yeah. Mackenzie Witt just picked up her 4th personal foul. 5th team foul. 3 shots for Brianna Miller, who is scoreless so far in this game. And scoreless no more. Down to an 11-point contest. And 10. As Aaron Johnson got that breather. No word on if she got a foot rub or not, but she's back in the game. Perhaps a foot rub will have to wait till after the contest. Two out of 3 there for Miller, and a foul. Sometimes you just know exactly where that rebound is going. Nobody else does, and so you want to get there so bad, and that's not always the best decision you can make. Now the full court press is on. A little more earnesty as Figner has got it. And across the timeline from behind, it's poked out by Miller. 10-point game with 5.5 to go. Wertenberger takes the inbounds, gets a little bump and was in mid-step when Pribble bumped her, and to the floor goes Wertenberger. So 6 team fouls now against Meridian. So in the bonus for the rest of the way will be the Irish. Witt thought about the long 2, didn't take it. Parrish now top of the key. Down the lane, and foul called. It will send Erin Ebel to the free throw line. 4th on Pribble, and that is number 7 on Meridian. So like we said, in the bonus, although this was on the shot anyway. Sacred Heart on the other hand, now 11 of 15 at the free throw line. So that's squarely where this game has turned, has been at the free throw line. The second, though, no good, but an offensive rebound right back to Ebel, who lays it in. And that pushes the lead back to 13, so effectively a three-point possession there for Sacred Heart. Sabatka for an answer? No. But an offensive rebound for Adeline Beals. And wave off the shot attempt, a timeout taken by Meridian. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Robert Schropfer. We will step aside as well. 5:01 to play, fourth quarter. Sacred Heart by 13.
It's thanks to you that we're where we are today. We're proud to watch these communities grow because they're our communities too. Our neighbors, our friends. It's where we live. These are all our hometowns. And no matter what, the people who will continue to serve your needs with the hometown support you know and trust are just down the street. Cornerstone Bank. Growing together.
Just under 5 minutes to go and a 13-point lead for Sacred Heart. If you're just joining us, Meridian scored 17 in the opening quarter. They scored 4 total in the next 2 quarters. And have already matched that with 4 more here in the fourth. But it has been, and again, I'm not necessarily giving all of the credit to the Sacred Heart defense. It's been good, no doubt, as that ball goes into the backcourt. So that's good defense by Meridian. They haven't, Sacred Heart hasn't ratcheted up the defensive pressure. They haven't really, they haven't come out and guarded 35 feet from the basket and forced Meridian into tough passes. They've made it difficult for Meridian to do what they want to do, force them into maybe a tough shot that they don't necessarily want to take. And it's been great defense in that regard. It's been very fundamentally sound defense for the Irish. As Meridian trying to pop open a shooter at the top of the key if they can. Now a baseline drive for Haley Schaefer. Lost it out of bounds. Randy Witt bringing it up the floor. That's Erin Ebel with her dribble. Witt's got it. Has it poked free, but Wertenberger controls. Whoa, got away with a travel, did Ebel there. Wertenberger with a rebound, missed that one, and now Aaron Johnson's got it. Aaron leads the charge. Parrish giving chase. Johnson misses the layup. And the defensive rebound for Ebel. Now a chance for Sacred Heart to run up ahead. Parrish leaves it back for Witt. And the Irish will slow things down with a 13-point lead and 3.5 minutes to go. Figner, a drive, the basket good, and a foul. Did I say they were going to slow down? I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud that they were going to slow? No, I'm sorry. Waiting for the opportune moment to strike like a cobra. That's the 4th foul on Haley Schaefer. And no good on the free throw, though, by Figner. Abby's got 6 points in the contest. Up top there is a 3. That is good by Haley Schaefer. Well, that came at a good time to make it a 10-point game with 3:10 to go. Certainly not over by any stretch of the imagination. It's got to happen on defense for Meridian if they're going to complete a comeback here. Good dribble, drive, and leave, but Parrish cannot finish, and we got a foul on the rebound on Figner. Oh boy, Abby had a great drive, got by the first wave of defenders, drew the second level. Parrish was wide open but couldn't finish it. That is now 16 fouls on the Irish. And so the next foul on Sacred Heart would be a bonus situation for Meridian. 2:50 to go and a 12-point lead.
Basket's good. Number 15, Aaron Johnson.
Johnson with 12 points in the game now. Back to a 10-point contest. Figner. Hard charge, blocking foul though on Hallie Pribble, and Hallie has just fouled out of the ball game.
Personal foul called on number 12. Hallie Pribble, her 5th personal foul, 9th team foul.
6 points, including 3 of 4 at the foul line, and a 3-pointer back in the first quarter for Hallie. And Coach Robert Schropfer with some words of wisdom for Hallie's substitute, and that will be Andy Court. One and one for Figner. And Wertenberger got free for the offensive rebound and putback. That's the second time in this quarter that Sacred Heart has made the first of 2 free throws, missed the second, but got the offensive rebound and laid it right back in. So they don't go down as officially a 3-point play or a 3-pointer, but effectively a 3-point possession twice in this fourth quarter. Now trying to get it onto the block. A late pass is stolen away by Ebel. 10 Meridian turnovers. They're down 13 with 2 minutes to go. Onto the block, Parrish, double team, kicks it back out for Ebel. Into the corner, Figner, long 2, rattles it home. This fourth quarter has felt like Sacred Heart has just worn down Meridian. And the Mustangs, not much in the tank right now. As Court has it, her pass to the right side taken by Aaron Johnson. A runner for Aaron will not fall. The defensive rebound for Figner. She tries to go with it and draws a reach-in foul on Aaron Johnson. Double bonus.
Personal foul called number 15, Aaron Johnson, her 2nd personal foul.
The second foul on Aaron Johnson. And 2 free throws for Abby Figner. Again, if you're just joining us, the guys' championship game scheduled to start at 7:30. We're a little bit behind that schedule. Had an overtime game earlier today. We've had full 20-minute warm-ups for every game. It's just taking us a long time to get through the day. Still a 16-point lead here for the Irish. That 3 by Court will not fall. A defensive rebound for Wertenberger. Good defense there by Miller, and forces they call a foul. Ooh, that was really good defense by Miller, and forced Mackenzie Witt to pin it up on her shoulder, and they bail Witt out with a foul on Miller. And now some substitutions for both sides at the end of this one in a 16-point margin. Sacred Heart is going to win their 4th straight MUDECAS A Division Championship. Meridian will be runners-up for the 2nd time in 3 years. Mustang basketball. First game back does not get any easier for Meridian. You got to go play the team you just beat in the semifinals of this tournament. You got to play Exeter Milligan next week on the 16th in the regular season. Oh, by the way, there's a pretty good chance you'll probably see Exeter Milligan again in the CRC tournament in York in a couple of weeks. You also got a road trip to East Butler 2 days after Exeter Milligan. And then the always fun and tough CRC tournament at the York City Auditorium. I invite you to watch, folks. If you like the atmosphere at the Beatrice Auditorium, you're going to love the atmosphere at the York City Auditorium. Very similar, very old buildings that have seen a lot of history over the years. The stage in York is behind one of the hoops, so you actually have behind hoop seating opposite the stage and seating on both sides. Makes it pretty fun there. Danielle Bippus gets the final two. And that is it for our game here today. 48-30. Sacred Heart wins their fourth straight MUDECAS championship here at the Beatrice City Auditorium. Medals coming up, and I will have the final scores coming up as well.
All MUDECAS teams. And we're also going to honor the 25 and 50-year boys Class A teams in between games as well.
Nova Fitness Equipment of Omaha has provided the very best weight room, track and field, and sports surfacing products for over 30 years in Nebraska. They provide Cybex, Matrix Fitness, Vertimax, Tough Stuff, Pro Elite, Stairmaster, York Barbell, Troy Barbell, and UCS track and performance products. From rubber flooring, strength equipment, cardio products, and sports performance accessories, Nova Fitness Equipment has what you need to make your athletic program successful. Contact Nova Fitness Equipment today at their home office in Omaha or online at novafitnessequipment.com.
Haley Schaefer. Number 12, Hallie Pribble. Number 13, Adeline Beals. Number 14, Brianna Miller. Number 15, Aaron Johnson. Number 22, J.C. Sabatka. Number 24, Sophia Ellis. Number 25, Sarah Most. Number 30, Delaney Homolka. Number 32, Andy Court. And number 34, Jackie Demas. And now, ladies, President of the MUDECAS Association, Randy Court, welcomes you all to come up and receive the 2018 A-Division Runner-Up Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Meridian Lady Mustangs. And now, head coach Luke Santo has the championship medals for the Fall City Sacred Heart Lady Irish ladies. As your name is called, please come forward and accept your medal. Number 3, Claire Niemeyer. Number 10, Mackenzie Witt. Number 12, Elizabeth Keithley. Number 13, Aaron Evil. Number 22, Lexi Picorni. Number 25, Teresa Moorhead. Number 30, Sarah Wartenberger. Number 32, Danielle Bippus. Number 34, Lauren Parrish. Number 35, Abby Figner. And number 42, Randy Witt. And now, ladies, President of the MUDECAS Association, Randy Moore, welcomes you all to come up and receive the 2018 Class A trophy, the Fall City Sacred Heart Lady Irish.
4 straight MUDECAS championships for the Irish. Individual scores, first for the Meridian Mustangs. Aaron Johnson finished with 12. 6 points for Hallie Pribble, 5 for Haley Schaefer, 5 for JC Spotka, and 2 for Brianna Miller. For Sacred Heart, all 7 girls that played scored in the game. And very balanced, as you might imagine. Sarah Wertenberger scores 12, including 10 in the second half. Abby Figner finishes with 9. Randy Witt with 9. Actually, I should say the first 7 that played. I guess we did kind of clear the bench at the end there, didn't I? Elizabeth Keithley with 4. Erin Ebel with 7. Lauren Parrish 2. Mackenzie Witt with 2. Free throws, it got a little out of hand for Sacred Heart at the end. They missed quite a few, but at one point they were much better than the 12 of 23 that they finished. And 8 of 17 was what Meridian finished from the free throw line. We were talking at one point there in that third quarter that if Meridian was where you would like to see them, which at one point they were 6 of 15, I think they were, so they actually made the last 2. They're 6 of 14, that's what they were, and made 2 of the last 3. If the free throws had been a little bit different, again, the contrast from the first quarter to the last 3 is, you can't say it as plainly as you can. 17 points for Meridian in the first quarter. They scored 4 total in the next 2 quarters, and then another 9 in the fourth quarter, but by then they were down 12 going to the fourth quarter, and didn't matter as much at that point. Here is the Jane White Memorial All-Tournament team. Abby Figner, the first announced.
From Meridian, JC Sabatka. From Fall City Sacred Heart, Mackenzie Witt. From Meridian, Aaron Johnson. And from Fall City Sacred Heart, Sarah Wertenberger. We'd like to thank you all for coming out this evening, supporting MUDECAS basketball. Once again, congratulations to the 2018 Girls A-Division champion, the Fall City Sacred Heart, Lydia Rich.
48-30, your final count. Congratulations to Sacred Heart, their 4th straight MUDECAS championship. Irish fans not going anywhere. They've got the guys taking on Freeman for the boys championship game. You'll see it here on StriveSports.com.